John Boehner is a lying thief. He is trying to portray himself as something he is not. You now have the evidence of his chief of staff in bed with Harry Reid saying, can't we bury this? Can't we just make this happen? Can't we just keep the subsidies for us while we pretend to fight against them? So now it's up to you. You have the information. John Boehner, I guarantee you, John Boehner would step down today, if the big donors would actually come to the plate today and say, I've given my last dime to the Republican Party. Till John Boehner steps down, not as Speaker of the House, steps down, resigns. Until that happens, you don't get a dime from me. Not one dime. If everybody who's ever given any money would call their congressman and call GOP headquarters and say, don't you take me, I want you to take my name off your roll. I want to remove my name from the rolls of the GOP. Don't you ever ask me for a dime. Don't you ever send me an email. Don't you do it. If you can't get that man on this evidence to resign, you're worthless. Worthless. There's step one. Hashtag defund the GOP. Otherwise, I can tell you your future. I'm pretty good at predicting the future. I'm pretty good at seeing the trends. If you don't come off of this road now, you are going to have a GOP that is just like the Democrats. And you will continue to get the choices. Your choice will be Chris Christie. And that choice will then be Chris Christie or Hillary Clinton. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? I don't want either of them. That's who your choice is going to be. You want a real choice? Good. You right now, you can have that. If everybody got on the phone, if everybody called John Boehner, if everybody called their representative and said, I'm done with you. You know what? You're a good representative, but unless you can convince him, I'm not giving you, you're going to have to step out and be a part of another party because I won't give you another dime either. I won't give any of you another dime. The GOP will not have another dime because when you give money to the GOP, all of these congressmen have to go out and they have to raise money and they have to raise a certain amount of money for the GOP so they can get their people elected. And so when you give to your congressman, it first goes to the GOP and then they decide. And who decides? Well, in the Senate, it's John Cornyn. So John Cornyn is the guy who decides who gets all the money. Well, I don't like John Cornyn. Louis Gohmert's going to be on in about an hour from now. I'm going to beg him to run against John Cornyn. I don't want any of my money going to John Cornyn. Not a dime of it going to John Cornyn. I don't want John Cornyn deciding who it is that gets the money. Not interested. All of us are stewards of our money. You're supposed to do the right thing. Do you really believe giving your money to the GOP and to John Cornyn and to John Boehner to have them decide who's going to protect the Republican freedom? Do you really think? I ask you to pray on it. Do you really think that that's the way to go? Because these guys are knifing the Republic in the back. Not a dime from me. Hashtag defund the GOP.